Hi there, this is Rob, and this is the 2-minute overnight overview for August 15th. Easy decision and easy night last night, so this one will be a cakewalk. After getting buzzed the last 2 days, I will definitely beat the clock today, no doubt. Let's first look at last night's sheet. I generally focus on ES, but yesterday it didn't matter what you focused on. They all looked almost exactly the same. The average numbers all suggested between a 51% and a 54.5% chance of a gap up, with a long side profit factor between 1 and 1.28. So really, no edge anywhere based on the combined price action, internals, and seasonality. That is not terribly surprising considering the market hasn't hardly moved over the last several days. Big edges often arise from strong or unusual movement, and neither has been on display lately. So let's see how it played out last night. ES closed at 1401.5. It spent most of the night wiggling around a little below there, and the official open was a point and a quarter lower. Really a very quiet night overnight. Overnight volatility tends to be similar to intraday volatility, so when intraday volatility dries up, overnight often does as well. So let's look at a current daily chart of ES. I want to show you a little interesting test I did. After the minor gap down this morning, ES is again fighting to try and close at a 50-day high. I ran a study that shows how the overnight has played out after a gap down and then a close at a 50-day high. Here's the equity curve of that study. As you can see, there doesn't appear to be much consistency, and this doesn't help us in predicting the overnight. But what if we had gapped up this morning? What difference would that make? Here I change the parameters, rerun the tests, and as you can see, the setup looks much more bearish. It's interesting to think that the direction of this morning's gap would have such an impact on the direction of tomorrow's gap. Perhaps not helpful for tonight, but still an interesting tidbit nonetheless, and something we may want to keep in mind going forward. So with that all said, I just got to get one more thing out before the